Oh, you can't see that. Why are you
Tyler being
flirting? It's getting
abusive.
weird. You can't. You're flirting on camera.
Tyler
Here.
being
We're watching the. You're getting distracted. I
People
know.
are flirting
I'll
on
wash
camera.
my hair. I know you're distracted. I even used your shampoo.
Which one?
The one that said shampoo on it. What's going on? Happy second coffee to you. It's a hot one today. It's sunny and it's still early morning. Whew. Whew, I might be sweating. Man, so quick monologue for you this morning. How are you doing, right? I realize every single time I start these videos, I start talking about myself and going on about my problems and my needs and my desires. Well, I'm going to flip the script a little bit. I'm going to get you to maybe think about yourself for this morning while I enjoy some coffee. Yeah, that's it. Why not? So my curiosities today is like, what gets you going in the morning? What causes you to want to get up and seize the day, as they say? Because, I'm looking forward to getting up soon in the hills of Jamaica and going, hey, today's going to be a great day. We're going to tackle it. But what are we going to do? I want to get back into tutoring. I want to get into exploring the adoption process. Oh, by the way, if you have any info on adopting in Jamaica by chance or know someone that's gone through the process, I'd love to hear the experience they had. We're going to take a look at all the paperwork required today and explore what that process looks like. But yeah, curious if you have any thoughts on that one or any stories to share. Feel free to throw them in the comments because I'd love to read about it. But we made it, man. We are at day 67. 67 days away. This house is going to go on the market, I think, in 10 days-ish. I got to talk to the realtor still to make sure that's confirmed. But we got all the yard all nice and pretty. We got the paint job all nice and pretty. So it's pretty much ready to go. So hope everyone's doing well. It's a scorcher out here this morning. I don't know why I'm drinking hot coffee in the hot sun. But, yep. Happy Sunday. Let's do it. We got a house update for you. We got no idea what's going to happen. So stay tuned for that. And I'm going to watch the birds fly in and fly out. Wow. That just happened. Cool. Happy Sunday, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys joining us on this adventure as we continue to count down the days to get back to Jamaica and really start to explore what it is that we're going to do when we get there. Because I've been around long enough and realized long enough that money does not buy happiness. And one of the biggest, not necessarily concerns, but challenges we're going to face is like we want to help out others, but we want to do so in a way that is beneficial. Sustainable, and that's what I think is going to be challenging. Shout out to Shanzen Zen, your channel. We appreciate you, and I love watching you guys in your projects. And I'm really curious, how best to go about creating sustainable projects in Jamaica that not only we can fund, but we can also help people grow and do well for themselves, as opposed to just giving handouts. That's one thing that we're starting to explore in my mind, and so curious if you guys have any thoughts about that. Happy Sunday, happy morning. It's hot out here. The sun is shining, the weather is sweet, and the coffee's hot. So happy Sunday. I think I said that already. Enjoy the day. Let's see what happens. Let's go for it. Let's tackle it. Hit it up. Whew. All right, here we go. We are on the Child Protection and Family Service Agent website, and let's see what we can find out. Programs and services, learn more. All right. Overseas. No. Adoption. There we go. Okay, here we go. 60 years of adopting in Jamaica, cool. So the nice thing about being in Jamaica is the process, from what I've done research in the past, is it's a little bit more fluid, I guess, than having to adopt overseas. Okay. So, can we adopt? Who can adopt? 25 years or older? Just barely made that one. And thankfully there's no upper age limit, so we'll be okay. Cue the second camera we got going on here. Look at you, progressive. 2 cameras, 1 video. Married. Okay. Domiciled in Jamaica. We will be living there. Cool. Okay, stages of adoption. To adopt a child, you should visit the website, click on the forms, download the forms, complete them to any office island-wide. You get a response in 4 to 6 weeks. Okay. And then after 4 to 6 weeks, you're going to be acknowledged that they received your form and whether it was denied or approved. And then if it's approved, you get a second package with a formal application and a booklet with all documentation required. When you've obtained all the documents required, you will return the completed package, who will give you a receipt. And then you get a case number. In part 3, case number, caseworker, appointments, process your case. You get a home visit, which makes sense, obviously. You visit the house. Okay, requesting the child to be placed on a waiting list. First come, first serve on the specifications of your request. So I'm pretty confident. My wife and I had a lot of discussions about this. We would like to adopt a younger child. Anywhere between 6 months and 2 years, I think, is what we're looking at for us personally. However, that doesn't rule out the idea of us adopting a sibling pair, depending upon how things play out. And it goes to the case committee report. Then you go to the coordinator and to the board for approval. And after a case is submitted to the case committee, to the application board, the decision made, the case will return from the case committee with a decision which will be relayed to the applicant. Then the case is prepared for court. They have to get to attend an interview and have dialogue with their caseworker to make necessary arrangements for court. And then the court has to grant an order. Persons who complete the adoption of children become legal parents of children. After the order is issued by the court of the adopter, we'll take the adoption birth certificate. Gotcha. So, yeah, this is going to be kind of interesting because as a U.S. and Jamaican citizen, I'm assuming we're going to get to do this through, obviously, the Jamaican side. But so our goal, if we do get through with the adoption, it would obviously then eventually be to get that child a U.S. citizenship as well. Maybe not initially, but because I'm sure that's a separate process. But it looks pretty straightforward as these first 3 parts, and don't have to go abroad because we'll be living in Jamaica. So let's check out these forms. Adoption forms. Click here. Okay. We'll not click there. We'll try another way to get to the adoption forms. Maybe, I saved this earlier. The link. Okay. Application guidelines. Cool. All right. This is a guide. Here we go. Come on, PDF. Cool. All right, it looks like this is very similar to what we just read through. Okay, yes, don't have to go overseas. Eligibility. Okay, so it's my understanding we gotta fill out this initial form first before we can actually adopt. So this looks like a nice overview. We're gonna save onto that one for sure. But let's actually look at the Adoption Form A application. So I've previously emailed the adoption agency, or not the child protection agency, a few weeks ago, and thankfully, they got back to us in about a week or so later that we should wait to start this process until we actually get in Jamaica. Thankfully, in the parish that we're going to live, the CDA office is actually just a taxi ride down the street, so I'm really glad to be able to have that, hopefully that level of communication in a nearby setting as opposed to having to travel up and down. Application to the adoption board. Okay, I desire to make an application to the adoption board in respect to, now we don't have a specific child in mind obviously, but we'll have to figure out how best to fill that one out. Okay, my name goes there, my wife's name goes there. Now here's where I've already asked and gotten approval for, is that being that we've lived here in the US for the past 12 years, we'll have a couple references that we'll be able to provide here from the US, but also I think we have a few people in Jamaica that can vouch for our character as well, so I have to get reference letters for that. Okay. We do have a marriage certificate, official, a few of the copies of them, so we'll be able to provide that, no problem. All right. Okay, so applicant A, we did get our TRN, and that shouldn't be a problem. Home address. That one's not going to be very long, at least the Jamaica address, but here in Hawaii we'll put that address, as we've been here in Hawaii for the last, I've been here in Hawaii for the last 7 years, so. Okay. Mailing address is going to be the post office. Keeping the number the same. We're married. Date and place of marriage, Kingston. Back in 09. It was a good year. Let's see. No separations or divorces. Occupation, retired. Last job, teacher. Look forward to saying that. 67 days, shout out, yes. Work history for the past 5 years, that's going to be easy. One employer here in Hawaii. Religious beliefs, straightforward, simple enough. And then get to do the same thing for my wife as well. She's been working at the same place for several years now, so that's going to be pretty easy. Now here's how it's going to be interesting, because household finances, we won't be having an income at this point when we fill out this form, so I'm curious how that's going to get portrayed, as we're going to hopefully we'll have the house paid for in Jamaica, but we'll also be living off of our investment income that we will be taking in after we sell our house here in Hawaii. So that's going to be an interesting one. And we also shout out, so if anybody knows a good medical insurance plans in Jamaica, we haven't explored that yet. So if you guys have information on a good insurance provider, throw that at the comments, because we'd appreciate that information. The household members, me, my wife, that's it. Stay tuned for now. Children outside of the household, okay, no problem putting those down. All over the place. We got one in North Carolina, here in Hawaii, one back in Jamaica. Not sure where Jada's going to end up, but she'll have to get on this form as well. 3 people I can contact in case of an emergency. At least one must live in Jamaica. Okay, we can do that. Have you discussed your adoption plan with family members? Yes. Reactions. How'd they react? Supportive, happy. Why do we wish to adopt? Well, that's a pretty easy one. Curious how we're going to word that, but yeah, not able to have children of our own at this point in our adventure of life, so looking forward to helping a child that doesn't have parents. Have you adopted a child before? No, have not. And then medical information, okay. No objections to contacting the doctor. No major medical problems or mental problems that we know of. Medical reasons why we can't have any children. Yes. We'll get into that later on. Ah, the house. The house in Jamaica. Cool. 4-bedroom, 2-bath. They'll get their own room. Spoiled. I never even had my own room growing up. I have a twin sister. We shared. It worked out okay. Neighborhood. Cool. Can do that. And from there, applicants who already have a child. No, don't have an applicant already. Okay, so strike out as not irrelevant. Okay. What type of child would best fit our family? We're hoping to find a child, again, between the ages of 6 months and 2 years. A boy, perhaps. I think that's where we've decided that we wanted to go. My wife has 4 boys and 1 daughter, so we'll see. But again, we're not ruling out a sibling pair if the match specialist deems it appropriate. We'll see. We have a decent sized house, and yeah, not gonna be super scrutinizing on that one, and we'll just play that one how it goes. I have to talk to the wife about that one. And no offenses. Never had a county court judgment made against me, or bankruptcy, thankfully. Convicted or cautioned for a criminal offense, not that I know of. Okay. Super arrangements. When you and your partner goes to work. Good news! We're not going to work because we're retired. And, yes, I know that the child, if we do move to the U.S. or have the child go to the U.S., maybe for college, maybe to visit. I've experienced that new culture and environment transition once already with my wife's kids, and yeah. Oh, if there's difficulty, social services will be the first, well, maybe second people we call. Any information whether the child you wish to adopt is a beneficiary? Don't have that information. Okay, references. Cool, I've got those lined up. Thank you, colleagues of mine and family friends. And then we sign it. Cool. So that doesn't look too painstakingly terrible. Look forward to start filling this one out in the very near future. And it's my understanding we have a medical that we have to do as well, which we were told to wait until we went into the country to be able to do that. So gonna have to find a local doctor, get that medical form filled out, but it looks pretty straightforward as far as that first initial adoption process starts. And yeah, so if any, oh, there's the medical stuff. Cool. A 1-pager. Not so bad. Physique. We'll put in a good word for me. All right, well, thank you, childprotection.gov.jm, for the forms and the understanding. And again, if anybody has any information or maybe has gone through this process or knows someone that's gone through this process, appreciate any sort of information you can provide for us. So that seems like that's where it's going to start. We'll see what happens. Looking forward to it. Oh, whoa, we're here. So what's going on here?
I don't know. They're probably doing something to your tank.
That's very observant, dear.
Yeah, that's a concrete water tank.
Now, yeah, we've been wondering, like, how large or how many gallons do you think that concrete structure holds?
Probably 5.
Because each of those ones on the right there hold 1,000. And they're literally drilling a hole through the top to run the pipe? The fill pipe, I think.
Yeah,
literally
they want to make sure the water can go up there because they want enough power to reach up to the tank, so they have to drill one probably.
It's a drill right there, man.
I know.
Hey, I can see my house from here.
It's a concrete drill.
Yeah. Not messing around. Alright, he's in the tank. That's gotta be more than 500 gallons.
Yeah, maybe 1,050.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. They're drilling through the tank. You're gonna have to speak up. He's drilling.
You know what people in we hear?
You. Okay. He's in the tank. That's gotta be 1,000. Is that your drilling dance?
That's your drilling dance. That's all my friend them that
Tall
live
as
in
the
the
light
neighborhood
pole.
and kids
There's
running
the
around.
neighbors, right?
In his brief.
It happens.
That's how kids are in Jamaica. They run around in their trouser brief with no shirt on.
Yes,
They don't care.
Right? So you could love the great filmography here. The cinematography. That's a long way down. Will he get through the hole? Will he get through? Oh! There it is. He's going.
Yes, I'm drinking my coffee.
Alright. And there's the driveway. Almost done.
Yep, I like the steps. Not going to the little passageway for the kitchen.
Yeah. It's nice and larger than that. Wasn't that the narrow step before?
Was that concrete thing outside before? The one by the garage area? The carport or whatever.
Concrete drive. Hey Moses.
Yeah.
There's the water pump. Yeah, it was there.
Are there cement over different?
No, that was there the whole time.
Not this one, they make this one.
That?
Yes, that's
They made
what
that.
they make.
Really?
No. Yes, that's the part I'm talking. The outside.
I don't remember. I have to go back to the archives. Into the house we go. Hello, windows.
I like the door.
Yeah, so they had to, what do they call it? Shim up the doors? Is that the word?
Yeah, they got to trim them up because they were too high. No.
Yeah.
No, they were too low. What do you call it?
The door was too tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. We went right over the old tile.
Yeah.
So they shortened up each of the doors. And yes, the hole has been filled. Woo!
Oh yeah, they all have been filled. Not a bad thing anyway.
No, that's why that was exciting. That was positive.
That was their positivity.
Yeah, didn't you feel it?
No.
It might have been gas.
Probably blowing here.
Just let it out, dear. Peter's taking us on a tour. All the doors getting handled. Oh, you can't see that.
Kyla being
It's getting
abusive.
weird. You can't. You're flirting on camera.
Kyla
here.
being
We're watching it's getting distracted.
People are flirting on
Watch
camera.
my hair. I know you're distracted. I even use your shampoo.
Which one?
The one that said shampoo on it.
I have a lot of shampoo.
You're missing the show, man. This is why we don't go to movies, because I try to watch the movie and flirtatious B over here says, I don't want to watch the movie. Coconuts.
Eat the coconut.
That's a lot
They're
of pipe
gonna drink
fittings.
coconut. Cause they gotta use all of those elbow and whatever they call to fix up the pipe. You're gonna have leaking if you don't do that.
That's true. So we're connecting the water pump today to the pipe so that I can pump up the water. Assuming there's not a drought going on, which, come on, rain. But to pump up the water to the ones up top. Okay.
You're trimming the door and down. They're cleaning, cooking them.
This is actually sped up. Here we're going. It was a long video, so I sped it up. But looks like he's doing really quick work so far. You speed up the video, yeah. Yeah, there's the bathroom. Hole has been filled. Pipe's been piped. Soon comes the wall tile.
They look good.
Toilet's not going there. The sink's going there where the toilet used to be. Toilet's going in the middle. Shower's going there on the end. Standard walk-in shower. Windows in. We're going to take off all of the white tile and then put in new tile. And last but not least, what do you call this thing?
Vent.
The vent pipe.
the
tinky pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coming on a vent in the house, so they gotta put this to
To send it out. Sounds good.
Yep. So stinky thing to come back in the house.
Alright, well we're gonna get vented. Feel like venting? You wanna
So it's done.
That's it. You wanna vent it all before we say goodbye?
Yeah, what's next on the house anyway?
I don't know, next week? Wow, next week I think we're gonna tile the veranda. We might even tile the bathroom. I don't know, it depends on what they're able to get done.
Yeah.
Are you done venting yourself?
Yep, I'm done venting myself. I'm drinking my coffee, and then I don't know what else is gonna be there.
Who knows? The world is your oyster. The world is your oyster. I used that one earlier today. I had to look it up. The world is your oyster. You like oysters?
Nope.
Oh.
Oyster is not my food. Meat or fish or whatever. No. Oyster?
Oyster.
That slippery whatever thing. No.
Slippery?
Isn't oyster slippery?
I don't know. I don't try to grab oysters recently, but
Is it in a shell, like a shell
so.
thing cover?
Probably.
And then you have to
People eat them raw, you know.
You.
You. Bye, guys. You.
Yeah.